And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, this is Dysfunction Junction. You're about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but also of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination and conversation. You see a signpost up ahead. The signpost reads, your next stop, the Dysfunction Junction Zone.
Fuck yeah!
What is up, everybody?
Hi.
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing?
Wonderful.
Did that feel good?
It felt pretty good.
I feel like
we're going to say good morning. I'd like to say hello to our co-host, is producer extraordinaire Herm here. I'm going to say hello to our co-host. I'd like to say hello to Mr. Lynch.
Hello, everybody.
I'd like to say hello to Mr. Burns.
I would like to state for the record that the opinions expressed by me do not necessarily reflect the opinions of me.
That's right. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
My personalities are at odds today.
Well, it depends on which gender you're identifying as.
That's a good point. Well, today, especially, I identify as a Mississippi fisherman.
Ooh.
Don't know why.
Ooh.
Saw it in a movie. Guy moves to Mississippi just to become a fisherman. It's some weird, like, BC level, really crappy. The further you get down on Amazon is where these movies live.
Is that where you're at now? Are you on C movies?
I think I've seen every movie ever made that is on Amazon, and I have to go down to the bottom that don't get in the van, and I don't even remember what the fuck he was a rich guy from New York.
The movie's called Three Puppies and a Chick.
Right.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes score of -10.
Right. Most of them after
I know those.
Most of them after 2005 star Parker Posey. Much like every movie on Lifetime is either Valerie Bertinelli or the chick from
yes.
Damn it, Full House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, those they're I'm pretty sure
Candace
they're on
Cameron.
a continuous loop of just look, we got another one. Come on in Monday.
Okay, Ted, listen, I got this movie. We just need to cast everybody except Candace.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just like the last one we made.
They all have her and Valerie Bertinelli.
That's what we just said.
Who's the third?
Who's the third?
Okay,
Hallmark,
who's the third?
Well, it's like an Oxygen.
Kimberly Williams Paisley.
Oh, I like her. By the way, Mrs. Herm is in the studio tonight.
Yep,
She has no microphone, but that's okay.
Hi.
She'll yell out from time to time like it's the Jerry fucking Springer show, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
We love you just the same.
Quiet, I promise.
No, you're good.
Since when?
Never.
Not the promise part, the quiet part. You're good at keeping promises. I like you. Mrs. Herm is okay. So,
Better than okay, fuck you.
There you go.
Wow.
he's got a room right over here. We can take care. I can knock that shit out in about 15 minutes.
There's a bed in there too.
Right.
I'm just saying.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Sleep with my wife, please.
please take my wife.
Hey, my wife,
Anyway.
please.
Keep it up.
Oh, anybody got any quick hits this week? Because we are splitting this episode in two parts. First,
Yeah, I got a little one.
go ahead.
All right, this is a little weird one, but
On a scale of 1 to what the fuck, where is this going to rank?
this might be what the fuck.
Okay.
I would like to give a shout out to the Crown Royal bag users of America.
Yay.
All right.
And without us Crown Royal drinkers, you would not have these bags.
That's right.
So
that's
give
right,
me a little
that's
shout
right.
out.
I mean, the Crown Royal bag is the perfect for a man, anyway. For a man.
Hey, dude.
No, I understand, but we're not talking about you. This
Let's
is my hit.
Hold
Be
on.
quiet.
Let's get back on track here, Herm.
This is the purple bag for now. See, no man wants to carry a purse.
I don't know about no man, but no masculine man. I refuse to use that cisgender crap.
Most men do not prefer to carry a purse.
Indiana Jones carried a satchel.
He carried a satchel. So did
Leather.
and Han.
Like a messenger.
And,
Yeah.
we could Han Solo it.
Yeah.
That's
There
cool.
you go.
That's cool. But I unfortunately have a lot of shit that I carry with me, and I would like to say that Crown Royal bags are the perfect size bag to keep your life together without looking like you carry that much shit. Mm-hmm. You do look like an alcoholic when you walk around. Right?
Well, yeah.
But I'm okay with that. But
I just wish they would start putting my name on the side of the bag so I don't look silly.
Right? Can I get custom Can I get
You
custom
can get custom
Crown Royal
bottles, but you can. I don't think you can. That's a great question.
bags? Like I literally want it to say like Mike's Crown Royal bag.
I'm sure there's an Etsy site somewhere for that.
There's got to be.
Looking it up now.
Right? Somebody on Etsy has to do that shit.
I can just go get the pre-embroidered letters and put it on for you.
There you go.
Yeah, you could, but they'd fall off. It's puffed.
Mike's
and that's
whiskey.
the other thing. That's the other thing. The Crown Royal bag is the perfect vessel in the kitchen environment. It takes as much abuse as you can throw at it with the heat and the grease and the stuff that gets on it, and it just lasts.
So of course, Etsy has it.
Of course, that's
Two different sellers that I can see here. One is for $12, and
not
the
bad.
picture's not bad. They're a little more detailed, and that's the
not
lower
bad.
price one. But here's the higher price one, just Tanya or Mike or Lynch or whatever the fuck you want to put on it. I would personally go with this seller here. It was $15. It's now $12.
Oh,
And I'm going to click on this.
bingo! There it is.
There it is. They're really nice.
Everybody loves a
You can have
bargain.
your name, a holiday put on it. Here's one. This is Ryan's Christmas from 2021. And they come in all different colors that they serve Crown Royal in. Of course, I am partial to the purple, but I do like the one that peach comes in. I think it's like a whitish, off-whitish.
It's the off-white one, and the other one that I like is the black. The black one. Those
Yes.
are very hard to find.
Yes. You have to actually find the black Crown Royal before you can find the black Crown Royal bag.
Yeah.
And it is hard to come by. It's
Yeah, like finding a store that actually sells the black Crown Royal off in general is
Franklin Wine and Spirits.
See,
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good people. They know me there.
there you go.
Sure they do.
So yeah, I'm with you on the Crown Royal bag thing. That's pretty badass. And if you don't mind, I'm going to throw my own little quick hit in here before. Again, we're going to split the episode up into two segments. We'll have fun with both. But my quick hit is just before we started the microphones, I did mention that I had gone to Wendy's today.
Yes, you did.
Now, I ordered the $5 biggie bag. My double stack, my fries, my 4 nuggets, your sauce, and your drink. $5.37 out the door. Pull up to the window. It's $5.37, sir. Hand my card. About 3-4 minutes later, this girl is leaning against the back of the window, like assing back to me while she's running my card. She gives me the card. It'll be just a minute. It was a rather long line. I'll give him credit. She hands me 2 bags and goes, "There you go. You're on your way. Have a good one." Now, pardon me for thinking,
Should well. All right, I'm listening. Go ahead.
she gave me 2 meals. Not 1, 2.
We got a bargain.
I did not pull away, honk the horn. She turned around like I'd shot her. What? Like, you gave me 2. I only ordered 1. The double stack, the fries, the nuggets, the drink. I already have the drink. And when I opened them, one had ranch and one had barbecue. Neither one of those is anything I ordered.
Right.
So she just looked at me like with disgust. Like, how dare you? Like, I could have took this food and ran the fuck away. I'm trying to be nice. I'm sure this belongs to the car behind me. They saw 2 bags go in. 1 more bag came out. I left. They pull up. I'm sure like, oh, that must have been our food. That man is so nice. And when I find him, I might hug him. I don't know. But how hard, you and I'm sure, Lynch, you worked at a grocery. Did you ever work at a fast food joint when you were a teenager?
For about a hot 5 minutes.
Okay, you and we already know, Herm, that
Yep, we did.
we were the McDonald's kingpins. We were the mafia
We
down
were
there.
the McDonald's mafia.
And Jen, did you ever work at a fast food joint as a teen?
No, I went right into waitressing.
Okay, fair enough. The job is not that hard. Okay,
Not usually.
every now and again you get that special request. You gotta just switch your. You have a system. You have a system.
Yep.
The hardest part about the job is the customer
Yeah,
service.
of course. But you're not curing cancer. You're not sending rockets into space. You're literally handing a bag out the window, running my card, and letting me go about my day. How did the guy paying $5.37 get handed 2 bags? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. If it's an honest mistake, that's fine. But I'm sitting there. You have a queue. It's a lot more technologically advanced than it was when we were doing this. And you can see the car is here. He gets this food. The bag marked number 84 or whatever the fuck. Just give me the fucking food. I understand mistakes happen. I get it. Sometimes you order no cheese, they give you cheese. Not the end of the world.
I've never had somebody give back food before this.
That's probably, you know what? That's a good point. They probably didn't have anybody who's ever given back food before. I just happen to be an honest-ish human being.
This is usually that, so good that everybody forgets their manners.
Have you ever found a Band-Aid in the chili?
Not recently.
Happened to a friend of mine years ago.
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah, and the next day I found a finger.
You didn't find a fucking
Yeah,
finger.
because I think the Band-Aid was holding a finger on.
I think so, but somebody found that fucking finger. That's a real story. Look it up.
Is this a Band-Aid or a foreskin?
Oh!
Yes.
Thank you for your time, Wendy's. I may not come back after Lynch just dropped that one on me. Fuck.
Anything I can do to help your diet.
Holy shit. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Excellent. Fucking excellent.
Michael, there was a young woman who worked at McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
Michael and I used to frequent, and she was about this big and this big,
Uh-huh.
nodding out mid-order.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Her little hair
Is
was
this
like-
like recently, like in the last couple of years? Because that's the work ethic nowadays.
Well, yeah, we haven't had fast food in about a year now. But,
Congratulations. Good. That's awesome.
yeah, so before that,
I know what you're doing, and I'm thanking you for it.
I can't handle it.
We're gonna mic up Mrs. Herm.
She either
We
needs
have to.
shut up or mic up, one of the two. I can't.
This is
I can't handle
yeah,
it.
she's yelling shit out like it's the Jerry Springer show, and we love her, so we are gonna mic her up. I'm gonna let Herm do his work. You got anything you want to quick hit?
Not really. It's been a pretty boring week for me.
Uh-oh. Now are they gonna fight? This is gonna be fun.
This is half the entertainment right here, folks.
I know.
And you can't see
If
it,
only
but-
we were a video show, you could see the look on both their faces. I don't want to do this. Yes, you're gonna do this. I don't want to do this. Yes, you're gonna do this.
It's happening.
Now watch.
It's
Now she's
happening.
not gonna say a goddamn word for the rest of the fucking hour and a half.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I'm at work, and if I only want them to order hamburgers the rest of the night,
They're
I
ordering
break down the hamburger station, and that's all.
And
leave
that's all
everything
they
else
order.
open, and that's all they order. In order to make sure she doesn't talk the rest of the night, I put a hot mic in her hand.
That's rude.
maybe it'll work.
Maybe it won't.
Maybe it won't.
It'll work much better when I turn the mic live, babe.
It is in your hand. You look very comfortable holding a cylindrical object in your hand.
Yeah, there you go.
You have practice? Never mind. I'm letting it go. Now I'm getting the look.
You're going to look real funny with that microphone hanging out your ass.
Right. All right. So
Or enjoyable.
one of the bigger news stories coming out of this week that I asked you guys if you wanted to talk about. I think it's personally fucking wonderful. The deal is almost done, and the changes are already starting to be made. $44 billion deal. Elon Musk buys Twitter, which I think is a fantastic deal. When he said, "I'll pay this much a share to clean out your shares," I think it was $54.20, which was about 3% above what their market value is.
They technically made a very small profit on what they were worth versus what he spent.
Mm-hmm.
So Twitter hasn't made money apparently for like the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
So
Because they're kicking everybody off of it who doesn't agree with their liberal snowflake bullshit.
well, I don't know if it's just that. Twitter's one of the last platforms where where a lot of things that aren't allowed on other platforms are allowed.
Yeah.
Twitter still doesn't really censor nudity.
Nope.
They don't censor a lot of stuff that the other platforms do. So I like where Elon's going, where it's already kind of more open than everybody else. I like the idea of him buying it and trying to open it. Yeah, I mean, you'll get a lot of people on there talking stuff that other people will disagree with, but a free exchange of ideas is all right. It's great. It's just the stuff that people try to divide themselves over,
Right.
that makes it the issue.
And one of the people losing their mind the most is my favorite whipping post, old donkey face herself, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. AOC herself. Yeah, I agree with you, Jen. Losing her shit, saying this is damning to free speech. No, it's just you're going to hear opinions that you and your cronies have looked to censor on every other platform for years. So that I signed back onto Twitter after like 2-3 years. The first thing I see was AOC talking junk on Elon Musk because he basically owned her. I sent you guys the pictures.
Yeah.
I trolled her. This guy's got a massive ego. And my quote was, for someone who just 4 months ago said, people hate you because they just want to date you and be with you, you got a lot of fucking room to talk about ego, sister. And nothing. I haven't been blocked yet, which is good, but I feel that's coming. From her, anyway. I want to be blocked. I want to wear that like a badge.
Yeah, see,
AOC has blocked you.
I don't do the Twitter thing. I've never done the Twitter. I've never had a Twitter account. I've never even.
We'll build you one. We'll get you out there. Just send one tweet and say, yeah, I use Twitter, but
Yeah, I don't see the point of it.
We'll get you trending.
I just never saw the point of being able to just. I'm eating lunch.
Yeah, I don't.
This traffic sucks.
Let me see if I can get a couple of my tweets up, because I don't post stupid shit. Listen to me sound like Joe Biden right there. Stupid shit.
This is the studio.
Yeah, right?
Spit it out.
Oh. Let me see. Today, Junior. Okay, here's my profile. Yep. Oh, I put my preferred pronouns up on Twitter.
I saw that last night.
Me, myself, and I.
I saw that.
All right. Excellent.
So, some of my tweets have been, before you let Joe Biden tell you how to raise your kids, take a look at how Hunter turned out. If your government polices free speech, you do not live in a free country. Silly shit like that.
Oh, just the minor things.
Yeah. But I'm not out there trying to change the world. I'm just, I'm a big fan of pointing out hypocrisy. Mm. And especially now with this quote-unquote disinformation group that the government wants to do to handle misinformation on the internet. We've seen how well that worked. For 3 years, we were told Hunter Biden's laptop didn't exist. It was a dead story. Now everyone knows it exists. How about an apology from the Zuckerbergs and the twat rag that ran Twitter before Elon bought it, saying, you know what? We screwed up. It's cool. Let's move on. I'm big enough to say I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
No, it'll never happen. And Twitter, to me, is just more of like, I think it's more useful as a marketing and advertising tool than it is actually to convey an opinion. Because the bottom line with Twitter, for me anyway, it's not as user-friendly as Facebook, number one.
No.
You get lost in the retweets and at this and at who. That's why I made an account, but I just kind of just like scroll through maybe once every week. And if there's somebody on there like an entertainer or a gun manufacturer, stuff that I'm into, I'll follow them. Hey, new product coming 2022 in the summer, blah, blah, blah. That's about all I use it for.
Right.
Now, as far as these people who get blocked from Twitter or, account disabled, however the fuck they phrase it, Trump got his pee-pee slapped and had his shit yanked. Love him or hate him, he had it yanked because he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, if it fits their mold, they're cool with it. If it doesn't fit their mold, they're going to silence you.
One of the things,
the thing with free speech is free speech is free speech. If anybody's monitoring you and telling you you can't say that, is that really free speech?
No,
it's free speech to a point.
There was a country that had what was called the Truth Commission years ago, and it's funny how the Democrats want to do that here, and they call people like Donald Trump and Mike Pence Nazis. But do you remember who started the Truth Commission back in the 30s and 40s?
That'd be Germany.
It'd be the Nazi Party.
Yeah.
So it's funny how you call everybody you don't like Nazis. Oh, they're just Nazis. They're just Nazis. And you want to start a Truth Commission. Really fucking cool.
And look at the 50s and 60s with the communists.
Mm-hmm.
You had all these people, entertainers, leaders, athletes, all being accused of being communist. It's because that's the narrative they wanted to portray, paint these people in. And they had to fight for their life, basically, and try to get it back. A lot of those people didn't.
No.
Like, there's a whole movie about one guy, Trumbo. He was an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
It is fantastic.
His career was basically fucked from the minute that the word communism came out of someone's mouth. Mm. And, and bring a more recent news, the whole Johnny Depp trial. In 2016, when she first made her claim that he beat her and was not so nice to her, his career evaporated.
Yeah, and there was
because they take the word of the woman as gospel.
then it became Me Too and Believe All Women, and I was one of the few to stand up and say, I'll believe most women. And there are some, and I'm going to look across the room because I'm sure you know a couple just as well as I do, Jen, and you're a female. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Not every female is believable. There are some vindictive bitches out there whose their only thing in life, the thing that drives them the most is to play the victim card and to just villainize everybody else to the extent you make yourself look like the damsel in distress. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Is she hot? I can't hear her.
Absolutely
Okay.
agree with that. And as I read through these trials with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, a lot of her behavior mimics my psychotic ex-husband's. So, yes, of course.
Or my psychotic ex-girlfriend.
You know what? But yeah, I've seen women play games. The same women who play games and use their children as pawns to weaponize against their ex for whatever reason are the same type of people who would claim the victim in anything else. Mm-hmm. Well, I only stole this because Harry doesn't pay me enough child support and I can't raise my kids, so I had to do this because I don't get enough money. The people who know how to work the system, we all know people like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people I work with at the casino who 10 years ago were making as much money as I was, and yet they were living in Section 8 housing and getting benefits and food stamps.
And chances are there was either some sort of chicanery going on. I'm only reporting my income. There might be another working adult in the house where you've now doubled the income coming in, but, oh, we got the freebie and we're only paying $200 a month in rent over here at Section 8 Jones. Yeah, the system is screwy that way. But to both of your points with the Amber Heard thing, and this also goes back to Twitter, you're right. He was silenced. He was, whether legally or told by a lawyer as advice or something, lay low, keep your head above water. This is all going to come out, yada, yada, yada. And the best thing about it is he had the recordings.
Well, and then in 2018, when she published her op-ed piece, his career literally evaporated.
Yeah.
Because Disney said, bye, Johnny Depp.
Yeah, they canceled the
Pirates of the Caribbean.
And the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
They canceled they recast
his character
the character
was
Gryffindor.
Poof.
Yeah, they pulled him out of the third movie. He was not. Yeah.
Yeah. But yet she goes on to thrive, her career to thrive with Aquaman 2, whatever else she's been in the last couple of years.
They made a second Aquaman?
They are making one.
Oh, they're making one.
Yeah.
No, it's made. It's just pre-production.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's about to come
It's happening.
out.
It's in editing in finals right now.
It's happening. So, but I mean, and then if you pick a side, either side you pick in a medium, this goes for all social media though, but I find Twitter to be even more, I say, aggressive. If I say I stand with Johnny, I'm going to get maybe
the feminists, the super feminists, the feminazis.
Well, and you know what? They all have their right to their opinion.
Sure.
And I respect everybody's opinion. The part I don't understand and I don't stand for is, let's talk about it. Tell me, instead of saying I'm an asshole and a piece of shit and I'm wrong, give me your side of the story. That's what social discourse is all about, is that you and I have a discussion, we have point, counterpoint, and then either we meet in the middle or we still don't understand each other's point of view, but we constructively and politely and not call each other fucking idiots and assholes names to understand each other's point.
The only person I'm going to call an idiot or an asshole is a flat earther or someone who didn't know that pickles started their lives as cucumbers.
Well,
For real, bro.
I mean,
Are we talking about Alex?
yes, Skinny Jesus.
I'd like to throw something out there.
Good.
All right. And I know that Elon was made a point within the Depp trial. They spoke about previous. I would have really, really, really liked to have seen Depp's lawyers question Elon about the period of time while he was dating Amber, and his face was constantly marked up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. I actually read
Elon is first of all, he's not an American. He holds himself rather well.
Actually,
He's an African American.
He's actually an African American.
He is an American citizen.
He is.
He went through the process, unlike these people sneaking it over. He's an African American.
He's an African national. Yes, originally. Yes,
and doesn't that frost the toast to people? I point that out too.
He really is. He is a true African American. He is not and technically he's of African descent.
Yes, he was born in Africa.
To parents that were citizens of Africa. So yes. But yeah, I would really, really like somebody to question him about that period, because if you go back, and it was just a meme, but I had to go down the rabbit hole and started looking at that time period while they were dating, and it's the roughest Elon's face has ever looked for a period of about 9 months in his entire career.
I saw a news piece on that 2 days ago.
His face.
It's funny that you bring that up.
I don't find him attractive. I'm not turned on by him. But you know what? He always
not
looks
hideous.
good.
No.
My
for
point is that he
for
dresses
$44 billion,
well.
I'll take a shot in the mouth.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? For $44 billion, I'll keep quiet.
If it gets me down the road a couple hundred miles, I'll take a shot in the mouth.
Shot in the mouth.
It's the rules of
The road.
All right, but anything else you've ever seen him in, even when he's just dressed cash, he always looks good. He's well kept. There was a period when he was with Amber where he kind of
like hoboed down.
He kind of hoboed down and kind of looked like a little beat up. And I would really, really love to get into that.
Well, I think a lot of that, his look completely changed. Like you said, any interview you see him in, he's at least in like $1,000 polo.
Right. I was going to say, every time you see him, he's in a $12,000 suit, and it looks like you and I are wearing a $10 suit.
Yeah, and it's a $1,200 polo shirt with perfect creases in his pants.
Right.
I think that was based upon her aesthetic, because she basically looks like she just crawled out of a gutter every time I see her. Yeah, it's even in the trial.
Right.
Looks like she just woke up. Oh shit! I got to be at court in 5 minutes.
Yeah, put on a blouse and a blazer and threw her hair up and went to court.
Well, no. Did you see? She's like following. If Johnny wears a gray suit and a black tie to court on Tuesday, then she wears a similar gray suit with a black tie on Wednesday.
Yeah,
she's like fucking with his.
Right.
She's trying to.
It is what it is. He's coming through this with flying colors.
Well, she's a master manipulator,
right?
And evident.
Going back to your point about people going on Twitter and calling you names, I have been told I shouldn't be alive. I don't deserve to live. Your daughter deserves a better father. All because I didn't blindly believe this woman's story. And I said, okay, so you happen to know. Or are you just taking an allegation and running with it? I don't need to know, because believe all women and me too and all this bullshit. And now when it comes out, you don't hear those birds chirping anymore, do you?
Well, and rightfully so, and fuck them, because they're really not worth the time and effort to
It's always
get
fun,
spun up about.
But it's always fun.
It is fun. But back to Elon, and through Facebook, I've kind of really seen people that I'm friends with, what their perspective is on Elon Musk, and I have to say that their opinion is not mine, but they're of the opinion that he has done nothing for society, nothing for the world. He's an egomaniac, narcissist who just wants to be, I have the most toys in the sandbox.
Yet here
I call, fuck you.
Okay, please continue.
Right.
I think I know you're going to say what I want
And
to say.
they also say, well, he didn't found Tesla. You're absolutely right. He did not found Tesla. He became a silent financial partner in Tesla, and then stepped up.
He bought in and kind of hung out, and then realized, they really need some fucking help.
They need some.
I'm gonna talk to them and see what they think. And they went, you know what? Yes,
go with it. Much like Steve Jobs did with Apple when he came back after he was fired.
Right. I mean, technically, when Steve Jobs came back and didn't own shit. Wozniak was there. Wozniak was the only one there. It was there. Jobs was fired, even in the beginning. You know what I mean? That whole Apple thing, they fired him. He was gone. Yeah, he came back. It's business.
Yeah, and Steve Jobs was never a tech guy. He was the aesthetics, and he knew, God rest in peace.
He was the idea man.
He knows the aesthetic of what people want. They want simple. They don't want convoluted. They want to be able to turn the thing on, type on the keyboard
Dick
and
around.
get the results. they're
Right,
looking
right. Well,
for.
because that's the device that he wanted.
Right.
And literally the
Because
device
he's not a tech guy.
Right,
He
right, right.
was-
He wasn't
he was
a
honest
tech-
about it.
Right. He didn't want it. Right. That was the device he wanted. He didn't want a technical device with technical depth on the outside. He wanted it all on the inside.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
He wanted very much right. He wanted
it
it
simple.
very, very easy to use and user friendly. And Apple's always been very good about that.
Yeah.
That's always been their they market a lot. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like and Elon is the same way. Elon doesn't spend money stupidly.
And he doesn't spend it just to spend it.
No,
there's always a not I don't want to say motive. There's always a reason. And
Right. There's always an agenda, and it doesn't have to be. It's not negative, but there's an agenda. There's a reason. He bought Twitter because he thinks if I buy it, I can make it make money, and I can also change the platform to something better.
He saw something. You don't like the mousetrap? You can build a better mousetrap,
right.
or you can buy the mousetrap and do your own
Right.
tweaking.
He didn't build a new mousetrap. He bought
bought
the
the
mousetrap
mousetrap.
company, and now he's going to have all the people that work for his mousetrap company make a better mousetrap.
Right.
make a better product. And
Right.
another thing he's done, reusable rockets for space exploration.
Right. I mean,
How can you not say that is because government funding to NASA is basically non-existent?
well, no, it's not correct. It's non-existent. And I mean, as far as we got with reusable anything was the 2 boosters.
Right, and those proved really great when the
Well, again,
things blew up.
Again, and I'll say this is you had an aerospace company that was dealing with time constraints and budget and everything coming down and dictated technically through the government.
Yeah,
SpaceX
by committee.
Right. But
SpaceX is private.
SpaceX is private, so SpaceX gets it done a lot faster,
Yep.
more efficiently,
Yep.
with a better quality rate. What
Cheaper.
Where's the downside?
There
So,
isn't.
and
Your
there-
contract is now to build this so we can use this.
Right.
and
So
do
now,
this.
So now the United States is still sending. We've continued the space thing. However, now we're doing it for pennies on the dollar,
Right, because look at it this way.
and
People
everybody's making money.
people are complaining all of the billions of dollars that is spent on those rockets. Okay, I don't know the number. Let's say it's $3 billion to build those two propulsion rockets that SpaceX produces.
Right.
$3 billion. Goes up in the air, delivers its payload, lands. Let's talk about a couple million just to refurb, put some new gaskets on it. We get the spit shine, put the polish on.
Right. You got to buff it back up.
With every time they make a new space shuttle, and
Right. It's $12 billion every time.
at $12 billion, yes, you're spending X amount of billions of dollars to get yourself up there, but then you have a tool that you can rely on and reuse it. It's like buying a lawnmower and throwing it away when you're done.
Right.
It makes no fucking sense.
Right.
You're going to buy something that is going to last for 30 years.
But if you have fuck you money, you can do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, Elon Musk has fuck you money and then some.
Well, here's the thing and another thing about this whole thing, whether it's Twitter, SpaceX, or what have you, the left, the people on the left, the politicians, I should say, not regular Joe Blow like you and me, are losing their mind, and they're all driving Teslas.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is terrible and this and that. Didn't you buy his car?
Or they're at least driving an electric vehicle.
Right.
I'm sorry. The elected officials who have paid benefits and retirement for the rest of their lives, regardless of how long they serve, those people have an issue with Tesla and how he spends his money?
Yeah.
They do now because he bought Twitter and he's
fucking
opening up
bad.
the free speech. Now even more on that is like celebrities are coming out. Celebrities are coming out and saying, Elon Musk, you could have fed the world and done this and done this. Paul Stanley from KISS being one of them. And I think I've been blocked by Paul Stanley because I tweeted back, for a rich guy to tell another rich guy how to spend their hard-earned money is sort of hypocritical. Instead of making ugly sneakers, why don't you feed the world, Paul?
Yeah.
You know, it's nobody's right. If your bills are paid, let's say you have child support, like many of us do. You pay your child support. Your bills are paid. You're fed. Your car is insured, and if you're making payments on it, you're making the payments. How you spend your money after all that is squared away, it's none of anybody's fucking concern.
People are very generous with other people's money.
Exactly. Excuse me.
They'll tell me how to spend my money, and they'll tell everybody in this room how to spend their money.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes down to it, they would never write a check to
Oh yeah.
a charity or a foundation.
And if they do, it's
help.
all on the hush because it's either too
Or
low
it-
for them to
Or if they do, it's way over the look
Oh,
what
yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Look at me.
How good I am.
Look, I'm a fucking savior for spending $10 and sending it to fucking UNICEF or whatever the fuck.
You know, the big thing was recently, the world is overpopulated and Elon Musk could have used $44 billion to feed the world. You're not going to end world hunger. Why? Because there are people living in areas of the world where you can't necessarily grow fucking food. Or their countries are run by regimes who take, and don't allow the people to have what they need.
Well, and Sam Kinison said it best. You live in a fucking desert.
Yep. Come where the food is.
Move where you can grow food. All right, it's a kind of a dumbed down ideology,
right.
but you know what? That's the fact. There are developing and third world nations out there that don't have the infrastructure to support themselves.
Exactly. They're
And
run
yes,
by
44
crazy oligarchs who want to take. They're well fed.
Oh, they're wealthy, and you know they don't have the infrastructure or means to support themselves that way. That $44 billion could have helped, but you know what? It's not going to solve it. It's a Band-Aid.
Right.
And it wouldn't have gone to the people who needed it.
No,
Exactly.
it would have gone to
COVID relief funds, anyone?
it would have
Yeah.
gone anywhere other than where it's supposed to. And
Right.
and that's why when you go look at like the Salvation Army and Goodwill and shit like that, your intentions are good, but guess what? Those people are fucking rich.
When, you know, and I'm going to go back to Donkey Face for a minute. She keeps crying about overpopulation. Do you know that if you took the average height, if you took the whole world's population, came up with an average height and average weight, which I think somebody at Stanford did recently. So let's call it 6'2", 185 pounds.
Sounds about right.
All right, that's your average height, average weight of males. Your average height and weight of females is like 5'5", 140. You take everybody in the world, and it will fill Texas. Now think of all that open land. We don't have an overpopulation problem at all.
We have a careless spending problem.
Exactly.
Whether it's at the government level or at the personal level.
Now, you can go to New York City, 44 and some square miles. I'm just going to use Manhattan as an example. There's 3.5 million people living in that 44.5 square miles. We don't have 44 million people in Connecticut, and this is what? We are, help me out with this, Herm. You might know this better than I do. 75 high, about 100 and change wide.
Yeah.
And we have, I think, a population of 11 million here.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
So, give or take, you know, think about that. It's not an overpopulation problem. It's like you said, it's a stupid spending problem. You're developing things, but people then they play the NIMBY card, not in my backyard.
Well, and you look at, you bring up a good point about our population, and your taxes are directly reflected in what the population is in your county, your town, your state. With 11 million people, we are not we don't have like places like Torrington or little podunk places up near the Mass line.
Like Litchfield Way or...
You have a lot of concentration of money because people commute from there to New York City to work because they don't want to live in the city. But what does Plainfield have other than the Lowe's Distribution Center?
Gus's Pizza.
That's about it. So you look at little towns like that, they have no industry there to fill the coffers with to help the towns and collect tax dollars. Therefore, the residents have to make up the difference.
But
It's
is
the same in
anybody
Connecticut.
telling them, though, how to spend their money? The answer is no. The people, not the government. We should be able to tell the government how to spend our money. Unfortunately, we get shut off.
Well, I was fortunate enough I don't know if I want to say fortunate or unfortunate enough to be part of the town council meetings when I lived in Plainfield, because we had our little selectman for my little area of Oregon that was in office when I first moved there was fucking useless. I had found out through going to my first meeting that the town of Plainfield was 7 officers short and all their vehicles were falling apart. But they cut this program, they cut that program, and they bought brand new sand trucks that they use for 3 months out of the year. When they could have taken that money, repaired the current trucks, fill those vacancies. Because guess
Sure.
what? You got the 3 cops that are on duty on midnight shift. They're all in Moose Up. Guess what's happening on the other side of Plainfield? Crime.
Yep.
Spread too thin.
Crack addicts and hooas.
Same thing goes for the town I live in currently, Montville. Anyway.
You got crack addicts and hooers here in Montville?
Oh, probably.
Do you know them?
Maybe some of the hooas. I don't know any crack addicts.
Thank you. You said it. Wait, you did what now? Is she a
Silence.
crackhead or a hooah?
Hooah.
I'm just addicted to that word this week. Hooah.
But anyway, back to the point at hand. I think Elon Musk has done a lot to contribute to the country, actually the world.
Mm-hmm.
You can call him a narcissistic fucking self-centered pig all you want. You know what? He worked his ass off to get where he is today. Yes, he came from wealth. I understand that. He was born with a silver spoon in his hand.
Shit happens. Life goes on.
I mean, there are people who are born into fortunate situations.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you a complete asshole right off the rip.
No, it doesn't.
That's the same line of thinking that people. Well, he's poor, so he's a piece of shit.
So
no, he's just doesn't have any money.
it was 5 years ago. I was 5 years ago old when I realized who Anderson Cooper's family was. I had no idea.
like who his mother is. Like
I was
had no
5 years ago old.
Yeah.
yeah, like
That's
when you,
good shit.
Like, it was a long time ago, but yeah, when you realize who his mom is, like wow.
I didn't know that because he doesn't come across that way.
No, and he doesn't use her name.
And he doesn't put his hand out to mommy.
And he also doesn't use the fact that my mom was a famous actress.
No shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
See?
Wow.
Guys out there, if you don't know who Anderson Cooper's mom is, Google it. You will be surprised when
Why
you
don't you
find
just
out.
tell them now?
No, because it gives them
Yeah,
something to do.
let them do their own work.
A little bit of self-education.
Yeah.
Turn that right off.
There you go. No, just shutting it right off. Knock it off. I want to hear it. Oh my lord.
But yeah,
Dickhead.
and he doesn't always. He doesn't push it, and he doesn't drop. Hey, this is Anderson Cooper, son of.
Yeah.
It's just.
It wasn't until that documentary came out that I knew either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, there are some people of celebrity and fame that...
I like where you went with this because he didn't lean on person X who we're not going to name because it's up to you guys to look it up.
Right.
Email junctiondysfunctionshow@gmail.com
right.
when you have the answer.
If you want something a little closer, I'll put it into words that maybe kind of the way that when
Don't try too hard.
when The Rock came out. All right, he kind of didn't. He used the Rocky Maivia.
He was told to do that.
He was, you know what I mean? I know he was, but that was kind of that way.
Yeah,
he came
and
in,
people shit on him.
Right, same exact thing. But he came in, tried to use another name, and didn't try to use his dad's name to get in.
For bonus points, who's the Rock's dad?
Who is the Rock's dad?
But great point because, and another thing, a lot of these crazies are talking about, and now I'm going to go point to some of the Joe Schmoes on our level and the donkey face AOCs of the world. It's terrible when these billionaires come in and buy up Twitter just so they can have their version of free speech. No, first of all, it's free speech. Second, one of these people is named Taylor Lorenz. She is purportedly a journalist for the Washington Post. The Washington Post was bought out just a couple years ago by Jeff Bezos, who also owns Amazon. So, Miss Lorenz, when you get your paycheck this week, thank that dirty billionaire, you rotten twat. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Those two are in a race. Well, at least Jeff Bezos thinks he's in a race.
I don't. Again, like Jen said something about earlier. Like some of these people act like he who has the most toys wins. No, we all die the same. I don't know. Did you make the point or did he make the point? Somebody made the fucking
did.
point.
But we do.
You don't have all the toys, and you're not getting
yet.
them all.
I don't have all the toys yet.
You're not getting them.
And when you're dead, they're not going with you.
I can't wait till my.
I'm selling the motorcycle.
I can't wait till my axe throwing targets come in.
But axe throwing targets. I just heard that. I don't know why it took 4 seconds to fucking register.
It was a little grenade. Joke grenade.
Yeah. Poof. Boy, am I having issues tonight. It's the Wendy's, bro. And I haven't cleared the room yet, so that's a good thing.
No, that's a great thing.
Believe me, it hurts.
Oh, and I forgot to bring room spray up here.
It's all right. We can turn the fan on if we
I
Yeah.
can light
There's
some incense.
Lysol over there. I'll just.
Yeah.
There you
Fucking
go. That's the
soak 'em.
cleaning gimmick.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
light some
it's
incense.
going to be dirty.
I didn't shit
She's
my
a woman.
pants.
She's a woman. She tuned right into the whole cleaning gimmick.
That's all right.
Like if I could like if there was a loaf of bread and a
Enough.
knife in here,
Enough.
she'd just start making
Enough.
sandwiches.
oh my god.
I would make you a peanut butter sandwich.
Light
No
on the
jelly.
mayonnaise,
Just a
please.
fucking peanut butter sandwich.
That's all I do. I hate jelly. Anyway.
Un-American soulless people.
Yeah, I...
Jelly is effort.
Yeah. See,
Not if
it's
you
one
get the
extra
squirty
step.
kind. You just
It's
make
still-
it M or a W depending on how you have the bread, and you smash it together. It's done and done.
We don't get the squirty kind.
Well, then maybe you should.
You should get goober grape, which is peanut butter and jelly in the same jar.
That shit
No,
is disgusting.
no,
we don't, there's
foul.
I tried that on a dare
No.
once.
There's only,
Lynch,
there's only 2 jelly products that are allowed in the house.
Which is?
KY jelly
no.
and
No, I don't need that. I'll spit on it.
You're doing a good enough job. You don't need to spit on it.
right.
Baby, just give it some love. It'll.
All right, let me talk about jelly anyway.
Sorry.
It's got to be Smucker's strawberry jam.
nice.
That's what
It
Megan
can't-
likes.
It cannot be preserves. I don't want chunks of whole fucking berries in my sandwich.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Or, and this is because of my dad, and this is the only jelly that we had in the house, is it's got to be Smucker's red raspberry preserves.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
good.
Other than that, and it's with the seeds.
I
Yeah.
can see a
Well,
picture.
we get the preserves from. We've gotten other preserves that were pretty good. The
Yeah,
raspberry,
yeah,
but it's always strawberry.
It's
Smuckers.
strawberry or raspberry. And
I know
that's it.
Herm's a smart guy, so this probably never happened under the Herm administration, but I can picture Jen's ex-husband screaming from the other room, "Baby, this Kentucky jelly tastes like shit!" Kentucky jelly? What the hell are you talking about? Right here on the label. Kentucky jelly. That's KY jelly, you moron.
Yeah, why you keep it in the bathroom?
Who uses jelly in the
Right-
bathroom?
right next to your cooter plugs.
Suddenly, your ex-husband became Cletus from the Speedway Review, which, by the way, Wednesday night, Cletus is making an appearance. Be there.
Nice.
So,
Kentucky jelly.
He
Kentucky
wasn't
jelly.
that bad.
jelly.
He wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that good either?
Kentucky jelly.
Kentucky jelly. You can write that shit. Kentucky jelly. Figured their chicken's good. I ought to try their jelly.
Right.
We'll walk into a Big Wire
That
Stop and
Colonel
Shop
makes
tomorrow.
great stuff.
Walk into Stop and Shop or ShopRite or wherever tomorrow and say, "Where can you point me in the direction of the Kentucky jelly? Comes in a small bottle, about this big." Anyway.
Johnson & Johnson Kentucky jelly.
That's right.
Blech.
That's right.
All right, so around the room, nobody has a problem with the Elon Musk thing.
I don't.
I don't really have a problem with it.
Good.
I mean, even if I was a tweeter,
We're gonna get you on there.
If-
Big
if,
Herm
you know-
at Big Herm 73.
you
I
know,
already got your
if
name.
I was twatting, then
Oh, you twat.
if I was,
Therefore, he is.
if I was on the Twitter and and doing some twatting,
I already better handled.
I still don't think it would affect me as to the purchase. So I don't think the purchase is really going to affect more than like a few people.
Well, they're lifting certain shadow bands of people who were censored by the old regime.
Right. They've lifted some of that stuff, and some of them are still in place now. He also wants to monetize certain features,
Yeah.
which I think is all right.
To get verified, it's
Right.
now going to be a pay scale.
Right.
And you'll get your blue check mark, which
Right.
I think is great.
Right, but you pay right. So rather than
it keeps from fraud too.
Right.
You know?
right, and that way you also know that you can follow the real Strikers McLynch or
Right.
the real
Seaburns,
I
19.
mean, you
But
know,
how am I going to meet my Nigerian prince?
he'll email you.
Just keep checking email, Jen. Check your spam mail.
He'll send you a text.
Okay.
JK Herman at yahoo.com. It's in there somewhere. Don't worry about it, kid. Indajubi is already writing up the email now.
I miss him. I've been waiting for my prince.
He's worried about your extended car warranty right
For
now.
real, this guy, I don't even know how to read this email. It's all pops and clicks and shit. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to translate that.
I
Even
do, and
Google
you're in a lot of trouble.
No, I tried Google Translator and it was like, what the fuck?
Something in your throat, Herm?
Yeah, dude, wrong program.
The limit does not exist.
For real.
You reached the end of the internet.
Please go back.
Please turn around and start again.
Oh, my Lord. No, I think it's going to be a good thing. There were a couple of the political commentators that I listen to saying it's funny when I went to bed before this deal a week ago, I had 21,000 followers. If they're opening these shadow bans, and he says now it jumped 5,000 people in a day. Right. Either these people were shadow banned or people are coming back to Twitter in droves. I'm likely to believe both sides.
It's 50-50, I think.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's possible.
And of course, I know the burning question on most people's minds, maybe not ours, but I've seen it. I've seen news stories. The 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, will not be returning to Twitter. He has already said they can lift the ban. I'm not coming back.
That's because he has his own social media.
Truth Social, yeah. I haven't looked it up yet.
It's doing horrible.
Yeah, it's like Parler.
It's very bad.
Like CNN Plus.
It's
oh, yeah.
It's doing as well as Trump University and Trump Steaks did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what you learn at Trump University. Like the
art
over?
The art of the deal.
The art of the deal.
You learn how to hold it and wave it.
It's huge. Huge.
How to get the perfect
many people, so many smart people in here. Just it's huge.
How to perfect the orange color.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yes,
marriage and divorce the Donald way.
Heard.
When did he turn orange?
Trump.
You haven't seen Trump's skin?
No, I have, but
he's sponsored by Cheetos. What are you talking about?
When did he? He wasn't always orange.
No, I think
that happened right after he became president. Actually, during his campaign,
just before.
It was kind of as he was campaigning. He orangutanged.
Yeah. So like Trump,
bronzer got in his hair and he went with it.
Trump and Hulk Hogan have the same skin color.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except Trump's got little tiny hands.
He does.
I'm no huge fan of Donald Trump, but when he was bounced from Twitter, I'm like, see, this is a big problem. That's censorship. I don't give a shit what he's saying. I just think as the president of the United States, he shouldn't have been fucking around on Twitter. You have access to cameras 24/7. You can make a speech anytime you want. The networks will lick your butt. We're going on at 1 o'clock and you can't stop us. Okay, cool. Turn it on. Let's go.
Right.
He didn't need the Twitter
be
machine.
In the press room. If y'all are there, there's going to be a conference.
He had all these tools and then he still fucked around on Twitter. I mean, Obama had one. It was the official POTUS.
Yeah.
Right.
Twitter,
right.
But it was very short and very sweet. There's going to be a press conference at 12 noon.
He took his BlackBerry away when he got into office.
They do that for every president. Has that every personal device is taken away, and you are issued
government stuff.
You are issued
if
government
they
communication
had really
devices.
wanted Donald to not do that, they would have made sure he had no access.
Oh yeah, lock him out of everything.
That was the problem. Was that they would take his phone away. And then somebody get him another one. He's the president. It's not like he can. It's not like he can't go to someone and be like, "Yo, Johnny, why don't you see about getting me a phone?"
Yo, Jimmy,
all right,
I'll give you a carton of Marlboro Reds.
You know what I mean? Like he's the president. It's not like he doesn't have access. He can get McDonald's delivered to the White House. That nigga can get a phone.
Yeah,
we can all get McDonald's delivered now.
Not to the White House.
Not to the White House. I'm just saying. Like,
why
would I want to send my McDouble to the White House?
I'm just saying he's the president.
He can find a phone. We could test that theory someday.
And I mean, let's be honest. And whether you're a supporter or a fan or not, we all know that everybody within the administration, his side, other side, was within that building was frustrated with him not following the rules that everybody else had
the protocol since social media.
George Washington had those rules because he had wooden teeth and shit, and they were still riding horses.
His teeth were made of wool.
Wood. But this is a new day and age. There's a lot going on. All they did was ask him, boss, can you please just play the game with us? That's all we're asking. It's a new game. We're asking you to play the game with us. And he was like, you know what? I don't like your rules. I'm going to kind of play my own.
Don, a little more Pornhub, a little less Twitter. How about it?
Right.
Keep it on the DL.
Right. It's not like you're the first president to whack it in this room. Come on, let's be clear.
Let's be honest. That's the first thing
The
I'm
other
doing.
presidents didn't have to
Everybody
do it
out.
themselves.
Somebody
Not really, but if they wanted to. I'm waiting to be voted in as president, so I would start my speeches with, from the cum-encrusted carpet of the Oval Office.
That's right.
Have your own personal fluffer?
That's right.
I'm going to need everybody to leave.
I'm
and
rehiring
I'm gonna need
Monica.
somebody to bring a bottle of Jergens to the Oval Office. Please.
Yeah, bring some Kentucky jelly with you.
That's right.
Monica Lewinsky turned 50 not too long ago.
Yeah, she did.
She is still a good-looking
Still
woman.
looks good.
Yeah, she looks good.
God damn.
She still looks good.
I'm rehiring her when I'm president. You realize I'm going to be assassinated within the first 2 weeks, but that's okay. My name goes on the wall. Kids have to learn about me in school. That's all I want.
I always wanted to start like a car stereo or like a pro audio business and just call it Lewinsky Audio.
It'll blow you.
Play us loud, just don't blow us.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk cover songs, and not ones that have already been made, ones we'd like to hear get made. And Herm hates this topic. We'll be right back.
Boom.
Welcome back to CNN Plus. I'm Anderson Cooper. Actually, I'm
Wolf Blitzer.
Ann Coulter will be joining us in just a few minutes.
Ooh. You can hit him. You can him.
Nah, that's all right. You can hit me later. You
I
can hit me whenever you want.
I condone violence in that aspect.
You're walking home.
Wouldn't be the first time.
It's a long
And it's semi-nice out. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not that cold. It's
So-
not that cold.
Herm hates this idea, which makes it that much more better.
Which makes it so much more endearing to his heart.
Yes. Anytime we can rattle up the big guy is a good day. So, in a conversation last week, we learned, partially on the show, and you guys learned this, but before the show, I learned that Herm thinks that the Notorious B.I.G. in his music just cannot be touched. Where did this start? From listening to a cover of Who Shot Ya, done by Living Colour. I think it's great. Herm says no. He likes Living Colour. Just
Love Living Colour, bro.
but
Love
you just
'em. Great
didn't
band.
like Who Shot Ya.
No.
Okay.
No.
Fair.
Not feeling it.
So the idea is, what song would you like to hear covered or rocked up or thickened up? You can even country up a song if you want. But if you could take a song, oh, look, she's going nuts. You can country up a song.
Hold on, I got to turn the mic off.
No, I got to hear this. I want to hear the voice behind the smile. Tell me, go.
Well, no. Instead of going the Ariana Grande route, I could go
If you besmirch that song,
Loretta Lynn,
I quit.
twangy as fuck.
I fucking quit.
I'm out. I got to go.
Lynch is running the show
The
now.
oh,
you got
I'll get
it.
Lindsay. We can make a Judd's version.
Pack all my shit up and bring it out to the car when you're done.
I'll
How do I run
take
this shit?
I'll take the Naomi way out if that
There's
happens.
so many buttons over there.
By the way,
By mental illness.
oh, you didn't hear?
Oh, she died.
Breaking news this afternoon. It was a suicide.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we knew that.
Yeah, we
were
all knew
pissed.
that.
I'm
Well,
like,
we knew that when they announced she died by mental illness. I
was
mean,
like,
what
really?
is it? Your paranoia or your anxiety all of a sudden just caused you to drop dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have two personalities and Alzheimer's. My heart exploded. No.
Yeah,
One of my personalities
that
had a
was-
heart attack
That
and
was
died.
my issue. Is that for 2 days now, yesterday and today, up until earlier today, we were calling it. She had. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Look. Look.
Or when you
Even-
obituary-
because
We're grown-ass people. We can take bad
well,
news.
here's my point. Look, I am schizophrenic, right? If I'm crazy and the voices tell me to walk across the street and I get hit by a car, even then they're not going to say he died of mental illness. He died because he was hit by a vehicle.
If you have multiple personalities and one of your personalities kills you, who goes to trial?
The corpse.
Yeah, really. Are they going to roll,
Or
ladies
it's like
and-
when an obituary reads,
Suspect apprehended and killed.
when the obituary reads, Tommy Jones,
Yeah.
24, died unexpectedly.
car
Friday
crash, overdose, pick 'em.
Suicide.
Pick
It's
'em,
never natural causes. usually.
Right. But unexpectedly is usually right. You know that something's up. They maybe they haven't figured it out,
Right.
or they're not releasing it yet.
Right.
But to come out,
Speaking of release, I'll be right back.
but to come out specifically stating that, to using the phrase, she's died and
She succumbed to mental illness.
Succumbed to mental illness. It's really wrapping it in a way that you look. If that's what the case is, she died of suicide.
Right.
She killed herself.
Don't use that as a blanket.
Right. You don't. You try to make it sound like it isn't what it isn't. Like it's that whole put the spin on it, whitewash it. That whole
Softer.
I got to be honest.
They're whitewashing
I'm gonna
it.
be honest.
Soften it.
I'm going to be completely honest here as far as the Judds are concerned. The whole family's a fucking train wreck.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Now, my wife doesn't like to hear it. She has, Jennifer attaches emotions to artists and performers. She has an emotional attachment to the judge. But the fact
The
is...
judge or the judge?
Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Both. The mother, that family has been nuts since we were kids. You had a mother and a daughter that were basically a duet that got along, that were both vying for the front row seat in a title shot in the spotlight. You had another sister that tried to do some other stuff with some acting that she did all right.
She was semi-good.
Right. She had a decent career.
And then she went batshit crazy.
But and so the whole family's just fucking nuts. You've got
they're not the Jacksons though.
But let's be honest. They've been on more National Enquirer covers than they have been on Good Housekeeping or People.
Yeah, all right, fair. Although she's going to get the front page this week.
Oh yeah, she's going to get it this week. But
life remembered.
Yeah, but I mean,
tribute
honestly, that whole family is fucked up. It's all about the women there, and somebody will probably come at me as some toxic male bullshit. But you never really see anything involving any men with them. All you see is those three women in the spotlight, and I mean, Winona has got issues. She's blown up, she's shrunk. She's blown up, she's shrunk. She's blown up, and now she don't care.
She's Carney Wilson without the talent.
Right.
Carney Wilson's talented.
Right. With extra.
Carney Wilson is talented.
Yes, she is, but that doesn't mean that Winona doesn't have a good voice and have talent.
No, she's all right, but
That's debatable.
She can kill
You're correct. That is your opinion.
She can slow down.
I just said it
that
was
whole
debatable.
family can slow down on the Tammy Faye Baker look, though.
Anyway.
That's not a good vibe.
So, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and start with you because you're on the country kick. Is there a song you would like to hear redone in a particular way, genre? Would you just take a song and add something to thicken it up? Go ahead.
Only because it fucks you up
Eat shit and live.
and pisses you off. Yes, I'm going to take your favorite metal song and I'm going to turn it. I was going to say an Ariana Grande song.
I Love It Loud by
but
Kiss.
No, that's not what he picked, and you know it.
You have lost your talking privileges for 5 minutes.
Something off the Destroyer album.
I love Destroyer.
Barry Manilow.
Copacabana and Some Kind of Friend. That's about it. The rest of it is...
I could totally go with a Copacabana rock up.
Oh, there you go.
I could
that
do.
would work. I like that
Yeah,
idea.
we'll circle back around. Hold on to that. Okay, so
I don't want you
all
to
right,
do
full
it, though.
disclosure,
I wouldn't.
I get the most random message today from Jen. Hey, Chris, what's your favorite metal song? Like as random as it gets. I have a lot, but if I had to put a gun to my head, make a pick, it's "I'm Broken" by Pantera.
Yeah, then I had to play it for her so she knew what she was listening to.
Yeah. And you found a suitable person to cover this song?
Well,
That's a no.
I
think.
did.
That's a no. That's a
well,
heavy no.
I was going to. and then
give me time to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need more time to work on this to truly hurt you.
I still think it's untouchable, much like the Notorious B.I.G., but whoever you choose to sing this, I would love to hear how it sounds. Great, I'm surrounded by Ariana Grande.
Instead of the screaming, I'll just do the whispering.
I'm broken. Inherit my life.
Yo, you want to impress me? Have Naomi Judd sing that fucking song.
Yeah, there you go.
I can channel her. I will reach out.
There you go. Here's a shot in the dark. Oh, wait, is it too soon?
Is that what she did?
Shot?
I don't know. He turned you off. How dare you?
No, yeah, she's on.
Are you?
I don't know him.
There you are.
Like Donkey Kong.
Yep.
I mean,
Junior.
I even brought the mic to my mouth.
I want
and everything.
Naomi Judd to cover Ozzy Osbourne's Shot in the Dark. And if you hate that, junctiondysfunctionshow@gmail.com.
Junctiondysfunctionshow@gmail.com.
Do you have a choice? Seriously, other than
No, it's
fucking
all
with
new
me.
development. I just got the topic today.
Okay. Chris, let's go to you. 'cause-
All right. So
She's like 7 weeks behind.
Don't worry,
So it should
just
be all right.
take a
We'll
deep
talk
breath.
to her. We're going
We'll
to talk to
circle
her.
around.
And she'll know in July.
So my song, well, it's from the 60s.
Okay.
One of my dad's favorite tunes. Nice and White Satin.
Ooh, Moody Blues. Nice.
Now, I have been bugging for the last couple days. Who in the fuck could make that song meaty, thickened?
Ozzy could do that shit.
Ozzy could do that shit.
Okay, I'll buy Ozzy.
And only because he's performing, you'd understand everything he said too, even during the speaking part. That would be the beautiful part. When can you imagine Ozzy doing the breathe deep? Can you can you imagine that whole trance moment with the same? That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine Ozzy doing that?
Oh my God.
For the
what were you
singing
thinking?
and
What were you thinking?
Yeah, who?
I'm really struggling though.
Okay.
That's my problem. I really struggle. I mean, there's a couple bands I think technically
You know who'd be good?
musicianship could do it.
Musicianship, and they probably wouldn't fuck with the original arrangement, but it would be thicker. Dream Theater.
Yes.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going.
You don't. Well, what I was going to say is you don't necessarily need the most amazing band to do it. I think the key to pulling that off, you could have sessions musicians do it. I think the key to that is literally your lyricist, who your vocalist is.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a high school marching band play the backup. The vocalist is who's really going to make that song come together. Or not.
That's probably Justin Hayward's best vocal track
Good job.
throughout
Wow.
their entire career.
Fantastic.
It was a struggle. Dream Theater was on the list, though.
I don't know that I necessarily want this song that I'm going to bring up covered, but it could use some thickening. It could use some guitar. The lyrics are right down that rock and roll alley, and it's Ride Like the Wind, Christopher Cross. Fantastic lyrical song, but all that piano and the thumping bass, throw a little chunky guitar in there. Thicken it just a little bit. Keep his vocal, keep the original arrangement. Just throw, I don't care if you took, they have all the piano, but maybe a synth. Or even some interesting drum pattern. Or a little bit of chunky guitar. But
an electric cello.
There you go.
There you go.
And I had emailed Nathan Hunt about a year ago. I said, you guys are always doing a cover on each album. You ever thought about putting your stank on Ride Like the Wind? He goes, oh, that's good. I don't know if they're ever going to do it. The new album, by the way, Revelator, came out last week. Go check it out, shamansharvest.com. We will get Nathan on the show. And if somebody had to cover it, I am going with Skullflower.
I'd have to look them up.
Skullflower.
Skullflower.
Who the fuck is Skullflower?
You watched them in your movie.
You watched the movie, dipshit.
They were.
I still haven't made it all the way through.
So he doesn't know the fucker to flower move.
Yeah.
No.
You cannot
when
put that on
when my
stage.
future ex-wife jiggles her titties down the hall, I need to get into the art room.
Right?
She's growing on me. She really is.
Like a fungus?
I wish. Anyway, you got something for us, Herm?
No, I think we're gonna go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with Copacabana by Barry Manilow.
All right, yes.
I think we
Circling back.
I think we could totally take that and rock that out. It drives enough. The beat drives enough.
I would take it in a different direction if you don't mind me.
I'm listening.
No, you're talking over him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh shit.
Instead of rocking it up or thickening it up, take it into a different genre. It's a very yacht rock kind of song. It's Air Supply, but Barry Manilow. But I lump all them together.
Yeah, but also at the time, given the pace of the song and whatnot, it was an on the floor dancing tune.
I would give it to Shakira. And get a little bit of that funky Latin flair. It is about a Latin club,
I can
and
see that.
And she's got the flower in her hair and the dress cut down to there, and Tony works the bar from 8 to 4. His wife's a fucking whore. I don't know if that's the lyrics, but
it's not.
I know it's not. It's
Close
not.
enough.
It's actually on my iTunes.
It is actually on the original edit. That's how Barry wrote it.
Yes.
But he did
shut
a little
up.
change.
Shut
And
up.
if a rock band had to cover it, who's out there that I would allow to do that? A good rock band, maybe. Oh, since he's another guy that likes to cover shit, Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society.
Zakk Wylde does like to cover shit.
Yeah.
That's true. You could just have Fish do it.
It'll be 8 hours long.
Yeah, right.
The longest rendition.
3.5 minutes of lyrics, 18 minutes long.
That's a whole tank of nitrous right there.
Oof.
Yeah. You say it like it's a bad thing.
Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Reminds me of that scene.
My
in Blue,
man, can I get 2 balloons? Thank you.
Reminds me of that scene in Blue Velvet.
Oh, my God. All right, we've circled back around.
All
It's
right.
Jennifer's turn.
All right. How about God Bless the Child, performed by Mary J. Blige?
Ooh.
That actually would work really well.
Yeah, it would.
That's a good one.
All right.
That's a keeper.
That is a
Who
keeper.
sings God Bless the Child?
Lots of people. You have it's a 20s song.
Yeah, it's been done
It's
by
been done. Della
everybody.
Reese did it. It's yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Do you not know the song?
Probably not.
Is this the part where she tells you to get on her level?
Google it and find out,
Yeah,
man.
Google it and then send your answer to
Gloria Vanderbilt.
Ain't nobody ever asked for it at an event, so there you go. It's never been
nobody.
requested.
Nobody's gonna know because that was
I
40
know.
minutes ago. So
I know.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, you got another one?
I'll sing it for you later, babe.
There you go.
Oh, Christ.
She's a good singer.
Sure, she is. She is a good singer.
I know. I've heard.
Yeah. But you've never suffered through one of her stage shows at the house.
You put on stage shows at the
No, I do not.
Easy. Jesus Christ.
What?
shows at 6, 9, and 12.
Yeah,
Come on over.
She thinks life is a stage show.
So do I.
Life is a cabaret.
She will break into song.
I'm a little like Linda Belcher.
Okay.
She will just break into
I love
song.
Bob's Burgers.
She will break into song in the middle of nowhere for no reason because a word or 2 words in a phrase triggered her.
So she's like the Carmine in your house, come busting through the door. You know I go from rags to riches.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh
Would this
my
be an
God.
appropriate time to interject a song from The Sound of Music?
Yes, she'll do that. Oh, can I sing a song from The Sound of Music right now? No.
You know, I worked at Trap Lodge for a year, and they pipe that soundtrack through the elevator musics all day, every day.
Somebody happened to
all
say
day,
the words, I don't know where to start.
Every day. Oh, my God.
All right, so where does your mind jump?
Unfortunately, The Sound of Music.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
My
That should have been one of my songs
My
last
condolences to your sanity.
Yeah.
I'll do that to
It
Megan.
was a good choice, though.
The music will be playing and I start singing and dancing in the middle there. She's like, would you
Oh,
fucking
hell
stop
yeah.
that?
Especially if it's the when they just have the drum and the bass and they put a little stinky keyboard all over it and you're in the middle of Stop and Shop and you know, hey, wait a minute.
I know that song.
Yeah, that's You Give Love a Bad Name. Angel smile on your lips. Shut up, Christopher!
Yeah, that's what I get. Would you knock it off? You're embarrassing me.
I never
that's
tell
my
Michael
job.
to stop.
I think we take
No,
your
'cause I
wife
don't do
and
that,
my
'cause
daughter grocery shopping.
boy.
I do other things. Like, I walk by the cake aisle and smush the cake.
You're not my father now. Come on, don't take Charlie's activities.
Sometimes I squish bread.
Do you know why they
I
put
pick things
Philadelphia?
and take them and then go around and, oh, you want to know what really she hates? I grab things while I'm shopping and I think about it and then I decide I don't
Put
want
it back
them.
at a random spot.
And then wherever it is, like, it's like.
I do that.
I was like, oh, it's the bread aisle. Oh, sour cream.
Yeah. Do you know why they put Philadelphia cream cheese in a box? Because my dad and I, when I was little, would poke our fingers through the foil at the grocery.
I remember it when it was just in the foil.
Yep. True fucking
Listen,
story.
No, Charlie would go around
just
with
a
my
little
mom,
pouch.
and he would stick things down his pants and then show them to people in the next aisles and say, "My wife is trying to get me to steal this for her."
Nice. Wow.
Put a rack of ribs down your pants. Look at this, baby.
Frying
Don't
pans.
tempt him.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Is that a filet mignon in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I refer to Charlie as steak belly. So
Steak belly, I like
yeah.
that.
Better than
Papa
steak belly.
Invisible.
Moving right along. You got a
Papa
song for us,
Invisible.
man?
The Gap Band, You Dropped a Bomb on Me.
Mike, what number
Baby.
cart? What number cart was that?
817.
817 all day long.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'm waiting to hear where it's going.
So am I. I'm curious. I'll wait to pass judgment.
Not knife play may be involved.
This, huh? A little bit. Small stabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, no knife play. Please don't stab me. Please
I don't
die.
see how you can make that song better. It's a damn near perfect song.
It is,
That's
and
what
I'm not
that-
saying make it perfect. Like much like you said about Shakira, just put somebody else's stink on it.
Okay.
I would love to see Queensryche in their day Jeff Tate, original incarnation. Maybe edit it down a little bit, just to get a rock and roll metal feel of "You Dropped a Bomb on Me."
Okay, I'm because you went the Jeff Tate route. I'm going to allow it.
Okay. It's ridiculous, but it works. To me, anyway.
It's kind of like
and the judges say that is okay. You get the point.
That's kind of like when Slayer redid Inagata Devita. It does on paper. You're like, what? And then
But it
you
worked.
hear it, and you're like, all right.
It's that
I like it.
That potential nugget of it might work.
You can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Okay, yeah. I got it.
Lord knows I've broken enough eggs in my life.
So there is. I'm gonna go your route. I'm gonna go country on this one, Jen. There's a song I've always loved. I would love to hear it thickened and rock and rolled up a little bit, and that's "The Thunder Rolls" by Garth Brooks. Again, a damn near perfect song. If I could play with it a little bit, I wouldn't change a damn thing on the original recording. I would just maybe add a little bit of heavier drum and a thicker guitar part and or a guitar solo. I don't know who I would use, so I'm going to leave it up to the panel. Think of that song. You guys, everybody knows the song. What style, who do you think could play that? Because the first name that comes to my head is Slash. He's got that thick, chunky...
He's got that guitar, the guitar grind.
Yeah.
Dee Snider?
Dee Snider does not play guitar.
No.
No, he doesn't.
He could
No,
sing the shit out of
but
that song,
He would
though.
sing the
could.
shit out of that song.
See, I wouldn't change the singer. I think Garth is right where Garth needs to be in that song.
Volbeat.
Michael Paulson or the singer? All right. We're interjecting singers. I'm asking you for guitarists.
No, just a band.
Oh,
band. The whole band.
Ooh, Volbeat doing the Thunder Rolls could be badass. You know who else? Five Finger Death Punch. Ivan's vocal would be fantastic. And you don't have to change a lot.
What was that lot? What did they cover on their
Bad Company.
Bad Company? Yeah. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah. We haven't had this problem since a Thorogood baby.
Same shit again.
All right, you got one for us?
I do. And it's a new song.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to take Uptown Funk. All right.
Fantastic tune.
Bruno Mars.
All right. And we're going to take 1984 Van Halen to cover that.
Ooh. Could you see Dave
Back,
doing
yeah,
that song?
that's exactly where I saw it when I was like, dude, that's a good.
I
Wait
could see
a
him
minute.
dancing around
That's
the stage
totally
like a fucking maniac.
dancing around, losing his shit.
And that's
Back
a
when they
line
were-
he would use. Don't believe me, just watch.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, that's totally a Dave frontman song,
And it's
to
another
pull off.
group that doesn't mind covering a tune or
No,
two.
and no, they don't, and they and back then they were still in that. Well, pre 1984 was when they were still kind of punkish.
Yeah.
It wasn't until '84 when Eddie opened up with the
piano.
keyboards and started widening his musical involvement in the album and started to deepen the tracks that they switched to that kind of rock stage stadium band. But yeah, I think early Van Halen would just fuck that song
That-
right up.
Was a phenomenal pick.
That is excellent.
How are you going to follow that one, Jennifer? You're next on the loop. Let's do this.
You're on the hook.
Are you paying attention?
I am
Are
paying.
you following the circle?
Yes, I'm
It's a
following
circle of
this.
trust.
Once you're in
Jennifer.
this, once you're in a circle, Jeffrey,
That's right.
It's a circle of trust.
Gregory,
Puff, puff. All right.
you're fucking up the rotation.
Sorry. All right. Let us go with That's What I Was Saying.
I don't know that song.
Me neither.
I'll make it up right now.
Oh, Jesus, I bet you will.
Oh boy.
Nah, I don't have it. I can't. I
Don't
can't
have it in
pull
you
up.
tonight?
All right, let's say Can't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Okay, good song.
By
Guns N'
Michael
Roses.
Jackson. What?
Let her finish. Come on now.
I thought she did.
No.
She said the song and who was doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want Michael Jackson to cover his own shit from the grave?
What?
Can't
No, she
stop
wa-
till you get enough.
Right. She wants Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
to
I thought
do
you
it.
said Michael Jackson.
No, she wants
No, you have said Michael Jackson like 5 times since I said.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Oh my God, it's Candyman.
You know what happens if you say his name?
Oh my God, he's fucking here.
Cover your peepees.
I was going to say, hide your children.
If you look in the mirror and say Michael Jackson 3 times, the hee-hee man will come out.
The hee man.
Shimon! Whatever the hell
All right,
Shimon
so
means.
Can't Stop Till You Get Enough off the Wall album, and you want Guns N' Roses to cover that.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I would change was get a new singer. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
hearing
Axl's,
him,
I don't
his
think
that
Axl can
screech.
pull that off.
I don't think it'd work. Have the band collective all there, and I would say go with Brian Johnson from AC/DC singing it. You can't understand him. You can't understand half that song. You know, there was a girl I used to work with that said, move on. What is it? Come on with the force, don't stop. She thought it was come on to the bus stop. And she would sing it out loud as if she wrote the fucking song.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't say I worked with all top-level people over my career.
Let me tell you about the toothpaste.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Another one I struggled with, but I think it's going to be Time by Pink Floyd.
Okay.
And throwing back to your pick for a band, Dream Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be an amazing cover. Musically, and the original singer has the pipes to kind of throw his own little spin on it.
There you go. All right. I struggled with this one because somebody's already covered it, but it's not a very good version.
Well, somebody's already covered Time, too. It was a metal band from the 80s. I can't even find them on Google. And it was a really good version of it.
Okay.
It was like a real hard meaty metal.
Meaty?
Meaty metal.
Meaty metal. All right. Somebody already covered this song. Chances are you've never heard of the band called Mimi and the Gimme Gimmes or Gimme Gimme and the Mimis, or it's
Gimme
a punk.
Gimme, yeah.
It's a punk band. So I'm taking their cover away from them. I'm taking Neil Diamond's America, and I'm throwing it straight at Megadeth.
Ooh.
I want to hear Mustaine sing those lyrics. And for an added bonus, the spoken part in the middle, home doesn't seem that far away. Guest vocal, James Hetfield.
There you go. If they don't,
But that's a song that I could.
if they don't start punching each other on stage.
I think they've gotten past that by now.
Let's hope.
I think so. You got anything for us, Herm?
No,
No?
I'm looking and nothing screams at me
Okay.
yet.
I know I got one left in me. What about you there, the beautiful and talented Jennifer?
How about if Korn redid "Lady" by Kenny Rogers?
Interesting. See, I would go a different direction with that one because I don't like Korn that much.
Yeah, and I don't think the vocalist could even pull it off as soft
I don't
as
know.
it
He
is.
might be able to.
But I would love to see that spin.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that song turned gritty.
You know who could sing the shit out of that, but it would totally change the dynamic of the song? Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga could sing
Everything.
the phone book, and it would be.
Absolutely.
Her voice is tremendous.
She could sing the foam. It's true.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. That, or she can sing me she can sing me the menu from Lucky House, and I would order one of everything.
Right?
She's that fucking good,
Sing the alphabet.
right? We had
Right.
enough-
Somebody needs to metal cover Informer.
Ooh, and you gotta have someone with that
Yes.
that ability to say a million
Yes.
words at once.
Yes.
Zach De La Rocca.
That.
Yep.
Yeah. You could make that happen.
Rage could do.
Rage could do that. They'd funk it up. And
Yeah.
it would work.
That's good.
I like it.
Wow.
And also Rage because the way instead of pulling the horns and whatnot and using synthesized instruments, they're known for making every sound you hear on their album with an organic instrument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything that sounds like it's being scratched, mixed, or synthed is all done with real guitars and real instruments.
Okay.
So, absolutely.
Fantastic.
I think they could do that.
That's good shit.
Yes.
What do you got? Can you follow that?
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is.
I really didn't have anybody else in mind, but I'm looking at some stuff that's previously been covered, and maybe through consensus of opinion here. How about? I know this has been covered to death.
Okay.
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
The most recent one was what, Guns N' Roses?
Guns N' Roses in 92-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Who, and you can change the style, you can change the tempo, anything you want to do to it. What band would you think could make that song just as good as the original?
Okay, for the purpose of the singer, the clarity of his voice, and the musicianship, and this is going to come right out of left field, Iron Maiden.
I think you're right. I think you would do a fantastic vocal performance on that.
And if I had to go in a different direction for that song, I'm trying to remember their names. It's two dudes and a girl. They're a country band, like stupid popular. I went and saw them once on accident because I got dragged to the show. Jennifer can help me.
Antebellum.
Thank you.
Lady Antebellum.
Lady Antebellum. Now it's just
Lady
Lady
A.
A. Sorry, because we can't use words anymore.
Is that the slavery band?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The white sharecropper slave owner and Lady A.
Heard
'cause-
that the White Devil Master Slavery Band.
Right. Oh my God.
The Dixie
What
Chicks
about
must be looking.
Disturbed?
The Dixie Chicks must be
They-
looking.
Oh, we are all disturbed.
Yeah.
That's what makes the show fabulous.
Yeah.
They've covered everything. They did Land of Confusion. They did the Sound of Silence.
I didn't think
Yeah.
I was going to like that because I love the original song.
The Sound of Silence. Yeah. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And when he does it in concert, I went that summer and saw Disturbed, and you could feel the floor vibrate from his voice. It's just the piano and the guy on the cymbals and the chimes, but his voice just shook that whole arena. It was so fucking amazing.
I feel that those are usually the best covers
That are true to the-
Well, no, when you have a heavy band redo a slow song, it just seems to work. The way that things crunch and long chords just seem to work when changing from
Where they're bending the note for
right,
4 or 5
when
seconds.
You're going from like taking a James Taylor song, which is a one singer songwriter song, and stretching it out across a band. Those slower, more heartfelt songs seem to work
Yeah.
for that change.
Wow. Alrighty then.
All right then.
Where do we leave off?
I don't remember.
All right. I had one in the chamber too, and there's so many I could pick, but because as a kid I thought it was just the coolest fucking tune on earth, and it's still one of the coolest tunes on earth. I want to take the country out of it. I want to go with The Devil Went Down to Georgia, but I can't remember their names. Fuck.
I don't know them.
No, they're a relatively obscure band.
Yeah, and the problem is you've got to find somebody.
I've already got it. I remembered their name now.
No, go.
Primus.
All right.
I'll buy that.
All right. So I can see the way that his vocal style would work for that. What I was going to say was, in order to really straighten it out, you've got to find somebody who can sing that song without going into their head, and naturally everybody wants to become...
Wants to make it theirs.
No. Everybody wants to sing it as
Charlie Daniels.
Right.
Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I want Claypool to sing it like
I was
Claypool.
going to say, the only reason that Claypool will work on that song is because his mush mouth style will, without the country twang, will cover the way that it sounds in the original.
And they don't have to rock it up too much.
No.
All that funkadelic crap they do. Not crap, but you know what?
Yeah.
Listen to Jerry Was a Race Car Driver or John the
Yeah,
Fisherman.
it's a bass, a few
Big
drum,
Brown Beaver.
Right, it's a few drum hits.
Who had the Big Brown Beaver?
Winona.
Had a Big Brown
Winona
Beaver.
had a Big Brown
showing
Beaver.
it off to all her friends. All right, so to wrap it up, I have a bonus question.
All right.
Everybody gets an answer. If you have 2, that's fine. I'm saying that because Herm breaks all the fucking rules. And we're going to start with Big Herm, a cover that's already been made that you hate.
Oh.
I can see all the gears grinding right now. I will start, since Herm is thinking. I try not to bring up Kiss in these discussions, but I simply have to, because they're both my answers. One is a song they covered, and one is a song that was covered of theirs. Kiss has no business whatsoever singing Then the original song was "Then He Kissed Me." Of course, they changed it to "Then She Kissed Me," and it is probably the worst cover ever.
I've heard it,
And there's no reason for
it's horrible.
Paulina Rubio to be stepping on "I Was Made for Loving You." Ooh, you know what? Try this one out for size.
now-
Put this in your head and let it roll. If he were still alive, Lemmy doing "Hunk Hunk of Burning Love."
There you go.
What if they? Now, how did she cover the song? Did she cover it at the same speed, or did she slow it down? And
It was still at the same speed, but it
No,
was
see that song. If for a woman to do that song, you could take that song. A woman would do it, but she has to turn it into a love song.
Ooh.
She has to slow it down and
sing it like she's Michael Bolton.
right. She has to. I was made and to that direction
I
rather.
wanna give it
right,
all
right,
to
right, right,
you.
right. Tonight, I want to give it all to you.
Ooh.
But she's got to do it slow and sultry with the background music. It would totally work.
Okay, that I could handle, but this semi-disco, semi-pop,
say, no,
semi-Latina
that-
flavor on it.
That electro pop.
That
thing
wasn't
she
that
did,
wasn't the right stank.
That's not it.
No, that's not
That's
it.
not it.
You got one yet, or you want to shift?
No,
over
I mean,
to
I
Miss?
was. Well, I mean, other than the one we heard in the car the other day.
That was awesome, by the way.
That's the first one that comes to mind when
Oh
I
my
think
god!
of one.
Are you seriously picking Who Shot You?
Yes,
Oh my fucking Christ!
I am. I didn't break any rules.
No, just
Your heart.
yeah, pretty much. I'm wounded. I'm gonna need a safe space.
Emotional damage.
5-yard penalty. Flag on play.
I'm gonna
Unnecessary
I'm gonna
reference.
wound your inner child, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, boy.
What do you got, Jen?
Time warp.
Get a cover that you absolutely hate. Okay, we can swing back around. I'm sure you have one.
Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit.
Thank you.
I fucking can't stand Limp Bizkit.
Thank you. Absolutely. Limp Bizkit sucks all the dicks
Yeah.
and then consumes the bag.
Now, second bonus question. What's your favorite cover?
Ooh.
I got a few.
You start, because I really got to my favorite. Okay.
My favorite is Hurt by Johnny Cash, originally performed by Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, wow.
That I hear that song, I still get goosebumps.
That is a good one.
Either version, but Johnny Cash's is like, holy shit. And he knew he was at the end of his life.
Uh-huh.
And hearing him say the words that Trent Reznor wrote, it's kind of like the perfect eulogy to himself.
Right. Wow.
So that's one of my favorite covers.
What's your favorite color?
What's your favorite
cover?
color, baby? Living color.
Wow. All right. I got one from column A and one from column B.
Column A, column B.
All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
The fact that it's haunting and it's beautiful and it was everything that song should be. Not to say that Dolly didn't do it well. I think Whitney did it better.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Well, it just shows how
I just
talented.
did.
It just shows how talented of a songwriter Dolly Parton was.
Yeah.
Is.
And how amazing a singer that Whitney was
Yeah.
before she got in the bathtub. Can I say that? Is it too soon?
No, yeah.
Jen's giving me the stink eye over
No,
here.
that's a long time ago now.
I was actually thinking of Whitney the other day. I passed something and I thought just how awful it was.
pile
that
of
we
Coke?
haven't-
I was going to say a crack house.
that we lost her so early and that
True.
everything had gone to shit for her. It
True. All
really
right.
could have been.
Her company didn't really contribute much to that. Well, it didn't have much,
Right.
positive influence on her decisions either.
All right. You're the main event, kid. You got anything yet?
I really like Lenny Kravitz's version of American Woman.
Yep, that's a good song.
Fantastic.
And to circle back around, I can now, after being reminded by the internet machine, of what
I invented the internet.
my most detested covered song on the planet is.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody that covers Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen
All right.
can fuck off.
Yeah, the original is the only.
My issue with everybody who does it is Leonard wrote the song, and the song is supposed to hurt. Mm-hmm. The whole song is supposed to sound like pain. And everybody else goes in and sings it and pretties it up and makes it smooth.
As if they're going to church.
Like they're going to make it, like they're singing it in church and they're praising God. And that's not where Leonard came from on the song
No, not at all.
at all. He was cursing the entire situation. He was more cursing God than, and it was supposed to hurt and sound like gravel. And it did. And anybody that sings that song pretty can really just go fuck off.
Okay.
And that's a challenge that I would like to say is like who in modern day artists, what modern day artist actually listens to that song and gets that?
Probably none.
Well, because sadness doesn't sell records. Sorry.
Sometimes
Sometimes
not
it
all
does,
the time.
but nowadays, no.
Leader of the Pack sold a bazillion records, not for Twisted Sister, but for whoever did it way back when. Tommy James.
I was going to say the Shirelles or
Shirelles,
whoever it
Yeah,
was.
the Shirelles. Thank you. Tommy James was Moni Moni.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
You
that
know,
was the Shondells.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The
Sure.
Wang Chungs. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck Wang Chung.
But yeah, like I don't think anybody could do that song. I don't think anybody does the song justice because they pretty it up, and it's not supposed to be prettied up.
All right, you just
Well,
spurred
they-
one in my head. I don't know who did it originally. Don't give a fuck. But Pearl Jam has no business putting their dirty fat fucking fingers on The Last Kiss.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Number
I-
one, it's a mumble fest
I can
Yeah.
the
go
whole
with
way
that.
through. That's
Yeah,
Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, I can go with that.
If you could just take Eddie Vedder out and put somebody else who can actually enunciate in, I love Pearl Jam, the band.
Musically, fantastic.
Musically.
They're Rush 2.0
Yeah.
or Nickelback 2.0 or Nickelback before there was a Nickelback.
Just
Musically, they're great. Their
just
vocalist
vocally
sucks.
is just horrible. Can't do it.
Sucks.
Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Not this juncture.
All right. So we don't have a topic for next week, at least that you guys know about, but we will be back next week. Programming note: the end of month is Memorial Day.
Yep.
Go out and pay homage and tribute to all the people you knew in your life that lost their lives during any conflict this country has ever had. Memorial Day is for those who are not here. Veterans Day is for the ones that are here. So
And it's not just an excuse to grill burgers and hot dogs and drink a lot of beer.
Correct.
There's an actual meaning behind
Yes,
it.
there is.
It's
And
for smoking meat.
as
That too.
you know, I believe none of these guys will have a problem if we take Memorial Day off.
No, I have no issue with that.
I have zero issue with that.
All right.
Well, after the episode following the 21st, you're going to need the time off.
Yeah, we might.
We might.
This is true.
We might be taking a.
I have a baseball game the
We
next
might
day.
be taking
Do you
a,
really?
a podcast field trip later.
Yes. So for those who weren't here last week, we have set some things in motion, whether we take the rig with us or not. The Dysfunction Junction crew, plus one, the beautiful and talented Mrs. Jennifer Herman, will be joining my Speedway Review co-host, Corey Huffnagel, at DB's Golden Banana, May 21st.
Banana.
In Peabody, Massachusetts. Now, in Peabody.
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 Puberty.
I got to speak Massachusetts. How to speak
Mr.
Massachusetts.
Mr. Peabody.
Right.
Park the car in the fucking yard, dude.
If
I
you
like them
remember,
apples.
DB's Golden Banana was one of our first one-star strip club reviews. And the reason that caught my eye was because not only Corey pointed it out, but I miss Banana C, and I want him to leave more reviews.
Please.
I mean, what do you do for his 10th birthday?
Right?
Does anybody know? Banana C, if you're out there. We have listeners in New
You
Zealand.
want to know what you did for your birthday?
He went to Hooters, was very disappointed that they were naked.
Right? My 9th birthday had tits. What's this shit?
For real.
It was you, Fredo.
All right, gentlemen and lady, thank you again for your drop-ins, Jennifer. Always a pleasure to see you here.
Always a pleasure to be here.
I am glad to have you. Remember, doors open anytime, with or without your husband. Don't give. Did I say that out loud?
What?
Huh?
What?
I was saying, can I have your cupcake recipe?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Do not have my cupcakes first.
recipe.
A cupcake
Get your mind
recipe.
out of the gutter.
Your microphone's.
Not what you're asking for.
I love watching her talk to a dead mic. It's great. Look at it.
It's so not fair.
It's so not fair.
Anyway, she said she'd give me the cupcake. We'll be back next week.
You know it's not right and not fair?
What's that?
Black man's left leg.
Wow. On that note, we'll see you next week.
Peace.